Hello, everybody. Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 2 of my ADHD series. In the previous video, I already talked about wellness and the 4 ADHD needs. That's interest, novelty, accountability, and challenge. And today we're going to be continuing with that series. Let's get right into it.
Number 3 is the ADHD shame loop, or the ADHD loop. You'll start off and procrastinate about a task that you needed to do and leave it till the last minute. That might look like you doom scrolling or rotting on a couch, unable to start. Then have to set up an unrealistic goal, write a 10-page essay, due in the morning, right? Likely don't get that thing done because it's unrealistic. Man, why am I like this? Why didn't I work on this sooner? Why am I always doing this? You get into a low mood and then you start the cycle all over again. I experience this very often. I called it the wall. Leaving something till the very last moment, I would leave things until a level of anxiety built up inside of me. I would almost use the shame to motivate. But obviously that's not good. That's not sustainable in the long term. You should not use negative emotions like that to keep yourself motivated. How do we actually address this and fix this? Knowing that it exists. Let's not start the cycle all over again. We have to undo that shame concept. Achievable goals, time blocks, itty bitty small tasks. Whatever you get done that day is fantastic. And I think that is a very big ask, asking ourselves to think differently of ourselves than we ever have. And that's going to take a lot of work. This is not an easy thing to do, but something to definitely be worked on and will be hugely important to you. Be nice to yourself. Removing the shame. Say that day you didn't manage to do achievable goals and break down your tasks. You did great. You did enough. And now the next day, let's try again with tiny tasks and doing what we can. Whatever we end up doing is great and enough. We have consistent day over day progress. Every day is a new day. Progress is great. Just keep all of that in mind. We are trying to break this loop. It's something that I'm often finding myself in. Be aware of it, be mindful of it, and catch it when you see it and try to break out of that loop the best you can. So that is the ADHD spiral. Now you can look out for it like it's boogeyman. So this brings us to number 4, building productivity inertia.
Or motivational inertia. That's what I call it. You've heard this tip elsewhere, but it is definitely useful. We build off of successes. If we have lots of small successes, we can build to the confidence of a big task.
You feel good, and then you do another thing. You're like, oh, wow. Oh, man. Okay, let's go. Hey, wolf. I'm going to fight a wolf now. Maybe now a bear.
Previously with the shame loop, I had mentioned set time blocks, but what if you only did 10 minutes? Because you absolutely hate that thing. That's still progress. It helps with this productivity inertia. All of those little tasks build. Make the bed, make breakfast, clean the table, take the dog out. All of those little tasks build inertia. Consider for every big task you're trying to do, productivity procrastination. You don't want to do that executive task, so you clean the house or do the dishes. Do that 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Do some inertia building, get back to a time block of the task that you're avoiding. That way you have that bit of inertia, but you will actually get back to the project you were meant to be doing.
Well, that's all right, but so long. Only, like, maybe even, are we not even middle? Because I don't know, this is what I don't like to plan. I like to be crazy with it.
And that brings us to the number 5 thing for ADHD, journaling. Helps to get past art block. Helps for creativity, helps for project management, helps for mental health. Very useful. I love it. It's a secret weapon I think I have. I'm currently reading The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. Just every morning, you write 3 pages of brain dump into this journal. Why is this useful? For mental health reasons, we are less likely to be negative and critical of ourselves in writing once it's removed from ourselves. We can see it. How dare anyone speak to me that way? When it's in our head, we accept it as a core belief of ourselves. For artistic reasons, whether you're trying to be a writer or an illustrative artist, this helps you get connected with your creative capabilities.
There are no expectations. Everything is a good idea. Anything you write down is good. It's also great for organization. For ADHD specifically, our brains are in every direction at all times, which is great for creativity. However, unfocused. Oh, this is useful. But you've made no actual progress to any one of these. But by writing it down, you know what you're most interested in even that day, and you can make progress towards that. Redesigning rest. For ADHD, rest doesn't look like what rest looks like for a neurotypical brain. For a neurotypical person, rest is simply not doing the work that you're normally doing. To be productive with ADHD is really to fight your ADHD brain to conform to this capitalistic world. There is a lot of talk that the prevalence that we now see with ADHD is a kind of counterbalance to the system we live in. If we're constraining ourselves to be functional, productive members during the week, what might rest look like? I think rest for an ADHD brain is not having to care about that shit. Let your ADHD run loose. Find new things over and over again. Don't care about getting things done. Don't care about accountability or due dates. Don't set time limits to things. Sit on the floor and just be mindful that this is something you like doing. Do that for as long as that is the case. As long as you find that to be enjoyable in that moment. No deadlines, no accountability, no reason to conform to what you should be doing that day. That is a rest day for ADHD. And that might look like you maddeningly cleaning the house because you saw Dust Bunny and you're in that mode now. We're looking here more for mental restedness, not necessarily physical restedness, because those two things are different. And for ADHD, the mental restedness is actually something very hard for us to achieve. Consistency with ADHD is hard, but not impossible. You are not broken. You are a creative system that needs a different interface. Build your system, whatever that system is. Hopefully these tips helped. Start small, trick your brain, and celebrate the tiny wins. Trying to avoid shame. And when all else fails, forgive yourself. Try again tomorrow. Every day is a new day with new possibilities. If this hit close to home, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to see how your creative, chaotic brain gets things done, what specific tips you might have for me or for everybody else. We're always looking for a new system. Was this helpful for you? I hope it was. Hello there. Did you like that video? Was it nice? Was it helpful? I'm glad. Earnestly, I would hope that it helped you, because this was everything that I always wanted an answer for and was looking for my whole life. So I hope it's helpful. As you probably noticed, that wasn't 6 things. I bring it up in the index so you don't see the rest of them. This is actually gonna be part of a series ongoing for the next couple of weeks. So if you liked this and would like to see the rest of my top tips for ADHD, subscribe. Subscribe and smash like button. I don't know what that means, but government make me say. Perfectly normal thing to say and also do. The rest of the videos are gonna be coming out in the next couple of weeks. They're already made, actually, and just got to get released because art career, baby. So subscribe to get the rest of that content. But on a greater note, as I talk about in the video, the YouTube and my Substack newsletter are supplementary to keep me on track, keep me accountable for my art career and my animation career. So if you would like to see original animation, original art, or if you would like advice on how to become an animator, improve your skills on art and animation, subscribe for that, because that's what we're mainly doing here. And then also just trying to have fun with it. You know, I think we're missing a lot of fun in the world. I definitely am. So I'm just trying to enjoy something, right? I'm trying to find that interest. Oh, it's all coming together. It's like a theme. See you next time. Do wiždani. See you next time. Do wiždani.